Is the future something infinitely unencompassable? Something we can't predict? Something we just can't have a minimal say? What if I tell and show you that you and I, we all together don't need to encompass nor predict it before having whatever say you want? I don't know why, but mapping out a mega future is pretty simple, and all you have to do is follow and watch us doing it. According to a study we work on 2 years till now called GEA. It said, the future simply means invisible actual human domains yet to be make feasible. We also discovered that according to the study, whatever the information you have right now with GEA, you can map out mega future of your desires. You don't need money to get started once you're done, as we will definitely show you. Well, what's this GEA all about? What's mapping out your desire mega future all about? I have defined GEA, so let's talk about the other. It's all about you being able to create mega irresistible innovations in any human domains or the likes. Without you needing money to start, as it's definitely going to be irresistible. Why sharing this overly advanced information, right? I and my team have decided to start mapping out, but we're passionate enough to show you, so you can if you want to join us. Wait a moment, I'm still very sure that almost all haven't get how massive GEA is. So I will show you some results as examples. Zadaimi Ibrahim Damilar Olawa, Sage Kinan. Just turned 20, somehow an OAU English literature student. I love knowledge a lot, to be precise, intelligence. I love it so much that I started cracking it down since 15, day in, night in. I have always been obsessed about what, and how intelligence is as a whole. Fortunately enough, after sleepless 4.5 years, I'm able to see intelligence as a whole. Unfortunately enough, I also realize that none of us till Adam is intelligent, except the major prophets of God, by standard. This conclusion was after many observations, testings and findings. Which also revealed that non-common is can accumulate up to 30 over infinity of intelligence, except these. As the leader of Serve, I will be putting you through some of the results of GEA, which I single-handedly created, while explaining them to you as examples. Temerity that by the time I'm done, I don't need to persuade you that with GEA, you can actualize any human endeavors, any mega future just by wanting. Before we get started, please let us remember that I'm currently a very irregular English literature OAU student. Please remember that. Let begin from entrepreneurship, one of the most interesting human domains, right? It's not a new news that unicorns are the best, but very rare by the way. And there's one disturbing statistical information in startups, that only 10% of startups survive after some years. Guess what? With GEA, we're able to create an entrepreneurial toolbox specifically and successfully design as a response to the tool for anyone who wants to start up. It makes sure that their startup will be original and survives any market into unicorn. Also, the tool can also be used to redirect an existing business into unicorn. Too crazy to believe, right? It's not my fault nor am I lying, it's just an insignificant product of intelligence as a whole. Things like GEA, and countless others with C's, has 5 structural setups. Number 1 is to create an opportunity book. This is not just a book containing lists of Number 2 is creating narration system for each components in the opportunity book. It's not about a movie plot, nor character. 3 is the use of the 3 fragments of opportunities. As for this, we will get to know later. We have LRO, as number 4. This is a form of logic created by me, you can't find it anywhere anyway. LRO means logic of remote orders. It's what's need to make sure that the startup will be creative or entirely new. Finally is shades. This will make your business survives any market into a unicorn business. Loud wealth grows from planting shade. Back to the toolbox, still recall how it came to be. I was with a friend, a real estate master student, Vasi. He was reading, I eating, a table between us, we talking about Nigeria economy, all these in his room. Then he mentioned the 10% success rate. At first I didn't believe it, I thought it was outdated. So I asked, do you mean with all the consultation firms and the likes all over the world? He said yes. Then explained, stopped, looked into my eyes and said, why can't you do something about that? I knew you can if you want. Remember, I was never a real estate student, right? Before this discussion, I and professor was working on expanding real estate domain. Doing extremely well, of course, but had to abandon it, as we're getting busier. Before the next day I was done with the toolbox creation. But the truth is, I used shortcut, call creative intelligence teleportation. The reason I tell the story is to tell you know, that there are both shortcut and full cut to GEA. And we will be using the full cut to show you how powerful understanding or using GEA is. To be honest, we would have loved to use shortcut. But first, the full cut is too incredible already for average or lower mind to believe in. GEA as a knowledge is further far above average intellectualism. So we need to be patient. Third, for the shortcut. Either you believe or not, it's too dangerous for everyone to be able to teleport knowledge within 2-3 minutes, without reading. Besides, can you believe knowledge teleportation is possible? That's why I never write it down, even if I forget. Is it not mega having something like that at your fingertips? The toolbox had been tested up to 5 times, with enough results as backups. Now let's travel to the film worlds. Hope you still remember my department, right? If so, we're good to go. Ever dream of a film so fictitious, and yet, happen in real life or Earth? We have Spider-Man, Naruto, fairy tales, and the likes. Now, again, is it possible or you dream Spider-Man happening every day? Biggest no, right? They're merely originalities. But now, I just hope you guys will believe this. That with GEA on film, we discovered film methodology that's fiction barrier breaking, within film tactics. This tactics is for discovering, developing, and demonstrating of original possibilities, call, the first instance of demonstrative educations. Method is a full-cut GEA, for making sure films are not limited to mere imaginations. I know this is more harder to explain, or make you believe, but I will just try. We can say films currently out there equal fantasies plus experiences, but which equal fantasies most of the time? While demonstrative education equal fantasies plus experiences plus logical realities, which equal reality. I knew it's still very hard to believe, or understand, or explain. But I will still keep trying. Methodology had also been tested, overly positive, with 5 film projects to it already. I will just like to point out a thing, which I believe makes this originality the new height films haven't reached yet. One of its project is about football. It has its fantasy side, and life experiences like other films, then one thing. With this film method, we're able to discover new wealth, and life-changing creation tactics, just from common football. This is consistent across all the other projects. Now I can market the film and the discovery separately, or together as film. With infinite in film discoveries, apart from fiction barrier breaking abilities. If not a new height, then what can we call it? Now to the last root, the music worlds. Apart from the two explained above and others not mentioned, only this is yet to be tested. If my explanation on this is not par with the two above, pardon me, I'm not a music fan. There are kinds of musics, I call this original one, Ella musics. It uses the concept of poetic dan. It's to be dramatic, epic and eloquent, intense, and promotes anti-visual nudity in musics. Though yet not fully tested, we knew it to be a form of lyrical or solo musics, with complex setups, and imagination colorings. So either you're a kiddie, or teen, or adult. As much as you have desires and a future, then GEA is for you. It's definitely unrestricted to any, even if you're a doctor. You can do mega things in any human endeavors. We talked on entrepreneurship, film, and musics, despite the kind of student I am, without theoretical knowledge in them. One of our next videos will be about the toolbox. So subscribe, like, comment, so we can be back more powerfully. Please share, as right information is power. Till next time, bye, sweet souls.